Good day, traders. This is Mdlalose. I just decided to shoot this quick video and actually explain my yesterday's trade. I actually got a few questions why I took that particular trade, and I know what we are different traders. We see the market in different ways, but I just want to show you what I saw. It will make sense to other people. To other people it won't make sense, but that's why the markets go up and down, because we look at the market using different softwares, different indicators, different EAs, and different analysis as well, because we are different traders. But as I said, this is one of the questions that I got yesterday. There's a gentleman, Eb0, said, I feel sorry for you shorting at that price. And then I got another one quoting me again. What's the reasoning? What's your reasoning for this? Just curious. Right, let's go to the chart and actually show you my reasoning behind the trade. Hopefully I won't miss any trades for today, still explaining this. Very, very important. So let's go to GBPUSD. Right, this is GBPUSD, and this is my trade yesterday. I actually shorted right here. You can clearly see this is where I took my shot. And then there were a couple of things that I saw. First of all, if I can just quickly go on the 4-hour time frame, and I'll quickly show you exactly what I saw. Right, there we go. So this is the candle where I started, where I did take a shot. As you can clearly see, as soon as I took my shot, the markets actually did move up a little bit and then started going down. As you can see, the market's actually trading below that level, and you can clearly see my stop loss is around about here at 1.2492. You can see the red dotted line up there. That is my stop loss. So the reason why I took this trade, number one, on the 5-minute chart, right, where I took the particular trade on the 5-minute chart, okay, these levels, right, I had a break of these levels. Okay, the market had broken these levels. So this is a sort of like a support area. In fact, not sort of, it's a support area. And when the market was pushing down here, and I realized that it has broken through the levels, but more than the market breaking the levels, okay, more than the market breaking the levels, there's something that did line up on my side that made me jump onto that particular trade. Let me show you quickly. Okay, the main reason why I jumped on that trade, beside that the market had closed above. So this is the candle. After the close of this candle, come on, after the close of this candle, this is where I took my shot, right, after this big bar. But now if I go deep and analyze this bar is the very same bar that was actually taking out those lows that I just showed you on a 4-hour. As much as it failed to take out those lows, there were a couple of things that it lined up that gave me a trading opportunity. Number one, you can clearly see, if we come down here, you can clearly see this bar here. It was a bar that was high volume, right, very, very high volume, and supported by strong sellers. Yes, high volume that was actually supported by strong sellers. So where I took the trade, roughly on that close, it went down for about, not much, for about 7 pips, and then it went back up and then it reversed. But I didn't close the trade. You can clearly see this is my stop loss right here. I didn't close the trade because my stop loss was above that high, just above that high, because the way it was approaching those lows and the volume was good and the strength meter was good, I thought it was going to blow it apart. But unfortunately, it doesn't happen every day in trading that the levels a level gets blown apart just like that because of volume and strength. So it reversed, came back to almost taking me out right here. You can clearly see this is where my stop loss was, right here, and the market came close, like really came about 6 pips away, 6.3 pips away from my stop, and then it continued to go down, and then this morning it's still down, and you can see this is where I actually exited the trade this morning. But the thing is, where I took the trade, there was volume and there was strength, right? That's very, very important to understand that where I jumped into the trade, there was volume and there was strength. So trading is, you're not going to like get everything right every day. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's trading. Nobody knows exactly what the markets will do 100%, but you can always look at the possibilities and understand what the markets would do. So for example, this morning, let me show you the very same scenario that played out this morning that personally, if I was awake, I could have taken advantage of and I could have made money. So in this case, this is Aussie and NZD, right? These are Aussie and NZD sellers. And then on the other hand, we had GBP buyers going up and NZD sellers going up at the same time. So this morning, this particular morning, you could have taken GBP Aussie and GBP NZD. Those were the best trades this particular morning, using the very same scenario that I just showed you on GBP US dollar. Let me actually show you GBP NZD. That is my 5-minute template. Yes, that is my 5-minute template. So I'm just doing a lot of calculations, so it might take a little bit of time, but yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, you can clearly see let's look at the time, 4:45. That's where you could have bought GBP against GBP NZD at 4:45. This particular candle right here only moved your direction about 45 pips, which is good enough. Nothing, you know, at the end of the day, you cannot really expect the markets to go crazy, especially this particular period with so many things happening around the world. There's so many things affecting the markets. But now, if we go back, we can clearly see again, this is NZD sellers that were rising, right? Could have possibly taken another trade earlier here at the close of this bar and it pulled back against you, but still you're still in green. But the best trade could have been round about here, where we have GBP buyers, which is the lime one, going up, and NZD sellers, which is cornflower blue, going up as well. And then at the very same time, you could have traded GBP AUD. Okay, so the rules that you could have applied here this morning is the very same rules that I applied yesterday on my GBP dollar trade. But unfortunately, the GBP dollar trade did not really move that much yesterday. It only moved this morning. So now I'm on GBP Aussie. Let's put in the GBP Aussie template quickly without wasting so much time, because the market might be moving now, but I realize it's nothing, so that's why I just decided to do this. Right, so GBP Aussie with the very same scenario. In the morning here, we had buyers, dominating the market. Yes, there was a small pullback, but bottom line is the buyers were still controlling the market. And then again came here where the buyers and buyers actually were ruling the markets on GBP, and people were selling the Aussie, and you could have easily taken that trade. Currently, honestly speaking, there's nothing, as you can clearly see. Okay, Aussie is trying to give us a trade. Aussie, I don't like Aussie CAD, to be quite honest, but you can clearly see there might be a possible trade soon on Aussie CAD. I'm saying soon because Aussie is actually dropping. I'd love it to be above my sweet spot level. But if we go, why Aussie CAD? Okay, this one, it's CAD sellers that are rising here. The Aussie buyers are still in control. So we go to Aussie CAD. I don't trade this pair, to be quite honest. I find it one of those pairs that do not have pips, and I really don't want to be involved in something that doesn't move that much. But you can clearly see Aussie is actually strengthening against the CAD. So Aussie CAD is going up based on Aussie buyers going up and CAD sellers also rising at the same time. So for people that wanted to know, that trader actually exited this morning right here for about I'll tell you now, for about roughly 20 pips. So I didn't lose the trade. That's a good thing, but it wasn't really you know what, an exciting trade. So yeah, if you want my thinking process on that, this is what I saw in the market, and this is how I executed. Mdlalose, stay blessed, subscribe.